All right, guys. So I've just wrapped up two new movie reviews for Hallmark. Now, I know a lot of my followers right now are currently not Hallmarkies, and I'm not trying to bring you over to Hallmark. Hallmark is just one of my favorite guilty pleasures. My TVs are always either on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries or the regular Hallmark channel. So if you're wondering why I started these reviews back in October, it really comes from the thought of their new mission is diversity and inclusion. And I may not be able to hold corporate America to that standard, but by putting out this content, I'm holding Hallmark to a standard. And given that their current CEO is a Black woman, Wanya Lucas, I want to say we're not just going to say because we hired a Black woman, okay, we're filling in our diversity and inclusion. I want to know that CEO Wanya Lucas is putting her foot into it. And from what I could see from the Christmas movies, 2022, into the Wedding Veil trilogy and into Lovey, I can definitely see that diversity and inclusion is being infused in a way where it's not looking like it's forced. Now, of course, there are some Hallmark watchers that probably should have switched over to GAF in a while because they got a problem with everything. But I would say most of your fan base right now is still invested in your writing, acting, all that good stuff. Now, I forgot to point something out. I'm not sure about the Love Club movie, but both in Game of Love and A Winning Team, Antonio Cupo, and you guys know who that is, he was one of the executive producers for both movies. He also did cameos in both movies. Now, Antonio, I don't know if you have anything to do with the writer's room. I'm not understanding how y'all dropped the ball on Game of Love, but then y'all really picked it up with The Winning Team. We need to tighten up the writing, the directing, the producing. Okay, you're giving the diversity and inclusion, but we really need to make sure that these couples have chemistry. Like, are you guys watching playbacks? If you're making your characters too unlikable, and then right at the end you're trying to get us to like Kimberly Sustat's character in Game of Love, I still didn't like her, and I didn't believe they were in love, and I thought Brooks Darnell should have just ran. That's how I felt about it. So you guys need to tighten it up. And I think even though Countdown to Christmas is so huge, don't forget that when it's winter time, for a lot of us, it's still snowing, it's still cold, it's still, some sub-zero temperatures, and we still want love to warm us up. So I know not every movie can be a good movie, but let's aim to keep these movies 7 out of 10s and above. And so that I don't have to give movies like Game of Love like a 4 when it's two actors that I particularly like. All right, that's my last little thing. Diversity and inclusion is important, and so is writing.